Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome your New Orleans Saints?
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Dolphins offense set to take the field, led by Malik Willis, who is getting his chance as the starter after backing up Jordan Love the past 2 seasons in Green Bay.
Just 6 starts in his first 4 seasons in the NFL, but the potential is vast. 3 total touchdowns and 0 turnovers in his only start last season. They think he's going to be excellent for their team.
Willis going to look to throw first play. Open man is Atwell, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second down and 3. Here's Willis. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Willis out of the gun. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. But they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
is a 2nd and 5. And here's Willis now off the play fake. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
Willis. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down. It's opening drive, and they're now 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions.
And let's face it, anytime we talk to any coaching staff, heck, players, they always talk about winning 3rd down, how important that is, the deciding factor in winning a football game, and they're off to a really nice start.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 9. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Willis looks to pass it here. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense taking the field behind their 2nd-year quarterback who showed plenty of promise in his rookie campaign, Tyler Shuck.
Coming out of Louisville, a lot of people had eyes on Tyler Shuck, who had played at 3 different schools and battled injuries throughout his collegiate career. But what we saw of him in the final 9 games as a starter last season lets everyone know that the Saints have found their starting quarterback.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing, Shuck. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Out of the gun is a give to Achane. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To throw is Shuck. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
1st down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Shuck now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Tries the left side and finds Olave. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 9. To throw now, Shuck. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is indeed good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punt, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Here's Achane to start the drive. To about the 35, 2nd down.
On the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Willis. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. 2-2 Atwell. 65 yards. And the Dolphins are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Saints 3.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Saints set to go back to work. And you see their offensive coordinator, Doug Nussmeier. These guys trail here in this first half. And now they'll focus on trying to get some points on this upcoming drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Shuck. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Juju Brents. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On first down, back to Achane. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 58 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
Saints 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Offense now ready to go back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Willis to throw. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it 2nd and 7. Now Willis. And his throw is incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed. He stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Again, it's Willis to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now a 2nd and 6. Achane gets it from the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw, here's Willis. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. Willis looking to throw it. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal, Miami.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now Willis to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Willis on 3rd and goal. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Saints 10.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Shuck. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
12 more yards. That's another Saints 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for first. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation, a big third down play.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
That's what they have to do more defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Second and 4. Olave over the middle. Receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
On play action, Shuck. Over the middle, he's got Tyson. And the Saints are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are back within a score. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-17. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now a 2nd and 10. Achane here. They stay on the ground. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Willis. Complete to Washington. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing, Shuck. The pass caught by Olave. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
Again, it's Shuck. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
It's starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These 2 defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Saints going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It'll be a gain of 5. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. That is caught by Vele. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
That play won't lead any highlight packages, but it did its job. They knew where the first down marker was and were able to pick it up with the short pass.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. It was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle, Achane. And a pretty quick burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Over the middle, he finds Vele. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
To throw now, Shuck. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 20-yard line.
Willis looks to pass it here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards.
Willis. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Miami. With it is Brown. A 40-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd and 10. Shuck now to throw. This one taken in by Olave. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Shuck. That is caught. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Working out of the gun here, Shuck. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. To throw is Shuck. Flush to his right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Open man is Tyson. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Saints have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Charlie Smith to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they'll give this to a chance. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Dolphins.
Willis. Washington's got it. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Touchdown, Miami.
Devon Achane with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Saints offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
He was brought down at the 28.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Shuck. Olave holds it in. Finding room at midfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. You take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He's been terrific. Up over 100 yards now for the game.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. On the handoff, it's Achane. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's Shuck. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where you just shouldn't have thrown the football. And that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick.
It's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Here's a 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Shuck. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Kamara up the middle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And here's Ryan Wright now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
And 11 at the 19-yard line.
To throw, here's Willis. That's into the hands of Tolbert.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8.
Now Willis to throw. To the right side and complete to Atwell.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now Brown.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
72 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck. Work in the middle.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles are going to blow the play dead. Since it was 4th down, a fumble cannot be advanced by another player, but fortunately, they will have enough to keep the first down.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten the yard down to the 16.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Throwing, Shuck.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And they try to set up the screen, but that almost disaster as it falls incomplete. Very nearly a turnover, but it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They'll go. Here's Rattler. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. In motion, that's Tolbert. Running right, here's Achane. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. In motion is Washington. Again, it's Achane. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Play action. Here's Willis. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. And he's got a 1st down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning.
1st down, Dolphins.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they will take a knee here. Second and 11. Here's Achane.
I like the call there because that was more to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. This is 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This ball intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Dolphins are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.